Good evening, everyone. I have a video today to share with you guys. Is kind of discussing Ford's recall on a couple vehicles and a couple issues coming up in the news recently. I know we're starting off with a couple of recall things going on, but that's some of the stuff that's been in the news recently. And I just want to start off by saying thank you to everyone that's watched the video so far. I look forward to continuing this channel with videos coming out every day again, and we'll just keep rolling with different ideas each day and bringing you guys content that you'd like to see. So here we have an article by NBC News. It says Ford agrees to $165 million NHTSA penalty over faulty recall accusations. So the NHTSA, we went over yesterday kind of what the NHTSA does and overseeing some of the recalls with manufacturers, in this case Ford. Subheading, it says Ford has struggled with quality control issues in recent years, something that has weighed on its bottom line. So I just want to walk through this article that NBC News posted and kind of just, explain what's going on. We'll go over a brief recap and kind of review and see where Ford's at, see where their stock prices are at currently, and just see how the company is doing and maybe some of their forward growth potential in the future as one of the biggest domestic manufacturers. So here we have, kind of beginning of the article, Ford Motor Company has agreed to pay $165 million, $165 million to NHTSA, second largest auto penalty ever issued by the NHTSA, basically because they failed to comply with federal recall requirements. Looks like they failed to file recall reports on time, and there were some inaccuracies. So, NHTSA is very strict on recall, strict on manufacturers. And here we're seeing Ford pay the penalty of that. And it's the second largest civil penalty amount, only just behind the Takata airbag. So, 2000s Japanese makes and models, most vehicles had Takata airbags, and they had issued mass recalls for those vehicles due to them being faulty, not inflating properly, etc. Or they would detonate randomly. So there was a recall put out for a lot of manufacturers. You think Toyota, Honda, and Mazda as well. So that's a pretty hefty civil penalty for a big company. Looks like, again, some of the issues in the manufacturing space and automotive is due to quality control issues, which I've seen personally on firsthand, working with vehicles and seeing what Ford may do or seeing what Mercedes does in comparison, or even GM. So here we are seeing the quality control issue stemming a recall. Says the Ford penalty stems from a multi-year investigation to the automaker's handling of defective rollover safety cameras on a number of its models, including popular F-150 trucks and Explorers. Looks like they had received numerous complaints about the cameras showing blank screens. Didn't seem like there's any fatalities associated with this recall, so that's good. NHTSA believes that these accurate recalls are critical for keeping people safe on the road. And looks like Ford will now have to operate under a 3-year consent, meaning that a third party is going to come in and oversee kind of the quality control and ensure that this penalty is enforced, that Ford is required to kind of up their quality control. And later in this article, you'll see the CEO kind of talks about that. So a little bit of talking about the stock plummeting due to quality control issues, consumer expectations, quarterly earnings kind of down. So that makes sense there. And then you have, looks like some analysts had said that warranty issues have been frustrating for investors. So kind of the same thing that everyone in this industry is going through right now. We saw GM yesterday and how they're approaching the recall, taking action on what it seems to be a quality control issue for the most part. Ford coming now forward to fix a quality control issue, and kind of an issue that consumers have been bringing forth. It's not the manufacturer, it's been the consumers driving the vehicles having issues. Anytime you put the testing on a consumer, it's going to put strain on your company. So this is what we're seeing with Ford right now a little bit. The CEO actually came out, said that we're going to control the quality control issues. Most of these vehicles with issues seem to come prior to 2021, so kind of in line with consumers and their issues that they've been having with vehicles. But anyway, that's the end of the article. The article has links to both stock price and a JD Power initial quality report. So we'll hop over to that. Looks like Ford jumped 14 spots on JD Power 2024 U.S. initial quality study. This was done back in June, so it's a couple months old. So I'd like to see something newer on this, especially when you're throwing in quality increase and whatnot, and in hopes for the company. But this is where we're at so far. We'll probably look for the next release. Not sure when that is, but I'll have word on that pretty soon. Um, again, it seems like um, the VP of Product Development and Quality at Ford is stating that they have work to do. They want best-in-class quality, won't be satisfied until they achieve it and sustain it, which is good. Looks like Ford is trying to own up on some of their quality control issues and make them a brand worth purchasing, at least in the United States and hopefully across the world. So that was that article, and then we'll go to hop over to Yahoo, just kind of look at some of their stock prices over the last. We'll just go year to date. So as you can see, it looks like Ford's down just a little bit. Not looking too horrible. We'll go 6 months. You can see stock down just a little bit. Decline. We're going in to August. We're right here in November, so it's kind of stayed relatively flat. There hasn't been a ton of change. Just minor changes, but nothing really since, maybe July to August timeframe with a big dip here. And then we got year to date. So year to date, looks like stock is down just a little bit. Again, kind of just been flat. Um, let's see, anything else on here? Just kind of a quick overview. That's what we're looking at. We'll look at a year and then 5 year. Obviously, you can see that we're in the green. So the stock has increased over the last year and couple years, but year to date and closer to present hasn't looked as good. But hopes with new president coming in, some changes to stock market. Obviously, stocks rallied as the new president was announced, and then they just dropped shortly after that. So I think there's a couple big time investors starting to invest in automotive industries as there's future tariffs looming, and manufacturers are looking to put more emphasis on their structure in the United States, and so hopefully we'll see an increase in their stock as well. But I thought this would be just a little interesting to look at on a broad overview, just looking at Ford and seeing where they'll go from here. So anyway, that's really all I have for you guys. If you found this information useful, um, please like, subscribe, comment. Um, Feel free to reach out to me as well. I'd like to engage with you guys and just see where the channel goes and what videos to post and content that's entertaining. But anyway, that's Ford and the recalls going on and kind of their charges that they're responsible for. So just figured I'd let you guys know, and I look forward to talking to you guys on the next one.